must therefore be in the genitive case. "Bad example," muttered Demetra, who had never seen her mom looking happy in the morning. She also detested all rules, particularly grammatical ones. "Handcuffs for the imagination," she called them. Miss took the opposite view. Her primary duty and pleasure was to teach us our language. "Being Greek means knowing the Greek language," she said. When we heard the roar of planes, we weren't worried. We assumed they were German. There was a temporary airfield in the village, built by the Germans for their transport needs during the Battle of Crete. Both my grandfather and my uncle had been forced to work there, like most local men. My father would have had to do the same, but he was stuck in some prison, if he was still alive. We were sitting in the classroom when the first bomb fell, making the windows rattle. We were more curious than afraid, and rushed outside to see where it had landed. The first victim was a donkey laden with wood. Her big belly had been split in two, and she lay there kicking all four legs in the air as she slowly died. The planes were not German. They were British. The next bomb hit the school's primitive outside toilet, sending turds flying all around us along with dead mice and rats. Miss, who had come out with us, shouted that we must run to the cave if we didn't want to die. We didn't want to die. The cave lay 100 yards from the school, a little way into a ravine that cut through the village. We all knew where it was. We used to play cops and robbers there, among other things, and we would sometimes spy on the courting couples who sought sanctuary inside. The class consisted of 6 boys and just 1 girl, Demetra. 7 of us. A good number, Miss said. God created the world in 7 days. So there were the 7 of us plus Miss in the cave. It was cramped, dark, damp, and crawling with all kinds of bugs. We huddled close together. I sat right next to Demetra. Miss went and stood in front of us in the opening to the cave. The light from outside fell on her, and she looked like one of the stern angels in the village church. The bombs continued to fall. We heard explosions, the roar of the planes, the German siren, and then the bell ringer decided to take the opportunity to sound the alarm. He had loved sounding the alarm even before the war, when spontaneous fires would break out in the valley in the summer. His life acquired a meaning, so to speak, even if he went deaf as a result. Miss seemed calm, and waited until our agitated chatter had died down. "Listen, this might take a while, and that's fine by me. Ever since I was at university, I've dreamed of this, having a class all to myself. There's nothing to do here, nothing to see. There's just you and me." Demetra was right. She was a witch. Our eyes grew accustomed to the darkness. We could see one another, and above all, we could see Miss, standing before us in her black short-sleeved dress, her lovely white arms moving like gulls. When I was your age, an old man came to our school one day and read aloud to us from the Iliad, which you might have heard of. It's about the war between Troy, a city on the other side of the Aegean Sea, and the Greeks, or the Achaeans, as they were called in those days. The man who came to us was a professional performer of epic poetry, a rhapsodist. He went around schools talking about Homer, who wrote the Odyssey and the Iliad, and reading extracts aloud. It is said that blind Homer did the same. He would travel from town to town, declaiming from his poems, and people would rush out of their houses to listen to him. So I thought I would do that too. I will tell you the story of the Iliad from memory for as long as we're sitting here. It's not as if we have anything else to do. That was true. We didn't have anything else to do in the cave, apart from trying to protect ourselves from the assorted bugs. "So when was this war?" Demetra asked. "It was a very long time ago. More than 3,000 years," Miss replied.